How y'all doing, people? Remember to like, share, and subscribe. Dislike if that's how you feel. Hit that notification bell. Let me take my mask off from outside. All right. Today, this video, I'm an author, Mr. Ruben M. Woods. They shut down everything. I was doing book signings 3 times a week, Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays at Starbucks and Panera Bread at Brown Street on Brown Street, Dayton, Ohio. So since they shut everything down, I thought I'd do a virtual book reading. So I'm on a park bench under a tree. It's about sunset now, So I'm gonna be doing. Let me show y'all 3 of the book covers though. You can find me on Amazon, Kindle app, and DaytonMetroLibrary.org. Mr. Ruben Woods. See 3 of my books. Okay, if you don't know, if you just now follow my channel, I've been an author for 13 years. And I'm reading my urban literature book, Trying to Be Angel's Daddy. Some daddies stay, some daddies run away, some daddies get pushed away. It's only 80 pages, a short read. This pandemic shut down a lot of my entrepreneurial things, but anyway, it's a book cover. The book is fictional, Trying to Be Angel's Daddy. I wrote it for single dads, I guess, the mothers can see how men feel or what we go through. But it's fictional, so. Parental advisory on the cover. Parental advisory, explicit content. So this is adult content. My other books, Nellie's Testimony, and my sci-fi fantasy adventure book, 3 Beauties and a Gargoyle, you can read those. Those are for everybody. But this is adult content. Make sure parental guidance, parental advisory, explicit content. Now, the preface to this book is a poem I wrote titled "Be a Man About It." So I guess if I was going to be doing book signings, I will be performing some of my poetry pieces. So I'm gonna do this poetry piece. But if you follow my YouTube channel, if you see that June 17, 2017 performance, or June 16, 2017 performance on my YouTube channel, I performed this piece on there. It's called "Be a Man About It." It's at a father and son program for kids that didn't have fathers. I didn't have fathers, so yeah. So you can see this piece performed at a Real Performances event on my YouTube channel, South Part of Poet. So this piece is titled "Be a Man About It." It's the preface. You know what? I ain't gonna bore you with that. I'm just gonna go into the book. So I'm gonna do the dedication page, dedicated to my grandfather and grandmother, Mr. and Mrs. Reverend Clovis Woods. Thank you for all the guidance, wisdom, and love. So that's why I wrote the book. You know what I'm saying? I dedicated my book to them. I guess I could read the introduction to the book. The introduction to the book is the father of a child whose mother is hell-bent on ill confrontations. This daddy pays child support, babysits the mother's other children just to show his love for his only child. However, nice actions bring on more anger and violent confrontations. The man in this story didn't have a father, doesn't have a college degree. By any means, he vows to love and protect his daughter. The father also receives overwhelming grief from close friends and family, stating he is trying to be a father to a child nobody wants him to be a father to. That's the introduction. First chapter, Before My Angel. Okay? Herbert, who was that female checking you so hard at Kroger's on Gettysburg last night? What? Replied Herbert. Nigga, everybody know, boy, what it do. Man, that's just my daughter's mother. At least that's what he tried to refer to her as instead of his baby mama. But really, that is all she was. Irvin was Herbert's best friend through thick and thin. Irvin told Herbert his business was in the streets. And all through Herbert's life, Irvin would be the first to know his business was in the streets. Irvin said, man, you ain't been paying your child support. And at first, Herbert tried to laugh it off. But Irvin knows how much Herbert loves Angel Penny. No, she doesn't have 2 first names, but that is what Herbert calls his baby girl. Irvin knows he's about to get an earful. Silly ass Negro, you know I pay my child support. I took my daughter home after having her for about a month. Why she tripping? Irvin asks. She wants me to keep her kids next time I pick up Angel Penny. Irvin gets pissed. I can't believe you, and you're going to do it too, ain't you? She says she'll send Angel Penny to live with her grandmother out of town if I don't help more. That'll fuck me up, man. Denise was fine. The kind of baby mama that makes you look good and stupid at the same time. Like the old saying brought to the physical form. Everything that look good ain't good. Denise and Herbert was close at one point. Then it all changed after 2 years of damn near living together. She started taking his 2-job having ass for granted right after they both decided to have a baby. Whew. This ain't no joke. I hope y'all enjoy this. I write for readers. I take being an author real serious. Let me continue. Still chapter 1, Before My Angel. When people would see them out and about, they would say, y'all gonna be together forever. Herbert may as well have been shopping for a cape. He was capping saving and didn't even know. Well, he did believe she protested too much whenever a reference to Lil' Kim and her was mentioned, but at times she reminded him of Lil' Kim in the worst way. Their love was great. He couldn't complain. The thought of cheating never crossed his mind. Herbert was a player in his own right. Nobody thought he was a fool. He was a ladies' man at the least, a businessman, born into it actually, second generation of Grunt's family barbecue sauce and Grunt's homemade ice cream. Herbert was a hopeless romantic. He went to every prenatal care appointment and he bought all kinds of stuff for the baby shower. Denise told Herbert, let's not find out what sex the baby is. Let God surprise us. Sounded good to Herbert because he and Denise were both into praying a lot. He went out and bought Minnie Mouse and Mickey Mouse newborn clothes. Now he knew his birth wasn't planned, but this child was actually planned. Denise lived with her parents. Even though she had a key to Herbert's apartment, after the baby was born, things changed suddenly too. They had sex the whole pregnancy except for about the last 3 weeks. Denise's mother called Herbert and said these 3 words. She had the baby. He couldn't believe nobody called him. He rushed to the hospital, calling his family the whole drive there. Got to the hospital and Denise's mother met him at the elevators and says, we didn't call you last night. Got to the hospital and Denise's mother met him at the elevator and says, we didn't call you last night. Denise told us you might not be the father. And we called this other dude who fed her ice cubes during the whole birthing process. Shocked and mad as the fucked. Herbert couldn't react. His mother and auntie rush in excited, racing down the hall towards the room. He tries to catch them without hollering in the maternity ward. He catches up with his mother and she just, oh my God. He says softly, hold up, mama. Another guy saw the baby born. She's so excited she didn't hear a word Herbert had said. She says, I hope they haven't named the baby yet. Oh my God. Herbert grabs his mother's arm and says, Mama, calm down. They let another nigga see the baby born. I found out she had the baby this morning. His mother responds, so she had the baby last night? By now, his auntie is at the glass viewing all the babies and points and says, that one right there, that is a grunt. Herbert says, wishing, well, we don't know yet. Another guy saw the baby born, auntie. She says, irate, well, show me another motherfucking baby in here that look like you, nigga. Please. That's your motherfucking baby. So she goes into the lobby waiting area, and Herbert and his mother goes in to see Denise, who doesn't know her mother told Herbert anything besides the baby was born and what hospital she was at. Somebody threw hey. Somebody down here doing hey, that's crazy. So, real life, you know what I'm saying? Denise's mother was cool. She used to pick Herbert up for church during the pregnancy. She would call his apartment on a weekday evening and ask, what are you doing? And he'd say, nothing. And she'd say, well, you are going to church with us. And she would say that kind of forceful. There was no way out of it. She would be like that at times during the whole pregnancy. Denise's mother comes in the room with the baby. It's a girl. He had Mickey Mouse and Minnie Mouse outfits in his hands. So they put Minnie Mouse on the baby. She mentioned a paternity test, which was heartbreaking. Heartbreaking flashbacks of singing to Denise's stomach and late night phone calls of false labor. Herbert quickly left the hospital to get lifted high. He wanted to cry, but not for reasons you would think. Herbert wasn't into tripping when relationships ended. He would be happy for the few intimate moments. He decided to let it ride. Herbert figured relationships kept him out of the streets and far away from STDs. The first 3 months was hell. He couldn't concentrate at work. Denise kept paging him the first couple of days after the baby was born. Once he answered out of shock, she was calling, and he spoke in an angry voice. "What do you want? And why are you calling me? Don't you know what you're putting me through?" She replied in a sweet voice, "We haven't named the baby yet, and I'd like for you to name her." So that's where I'm going to end it, y'all. Check out my book, Trying to Be Angel's Daddy. Some daddies stay. Some daddies run away. Some daddies get pushed away. This is the book cover. It's on Amazon, Kindle, DaytonMetroLibrary.org. You know, so I also visited Nashville, Tennessee in 2019. It should be in the Nashville city libraries, and put it in I submitted it to the Columbus, Ohio Library, Columbus City Libraries, February 29th, 2020. So these books are everywhere. Check them out. You can read them for free on your Kindle. Like, share, and subscribe. I'm South Potterport on Twitter. And thank you. I appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? Deuces. 2 fingers.